Hello everyone, I'm the Panda Photographer, and apparently people in my audience think they have the answer to everything they know about homelessness. I say this with the conviction and professionalism as someone that's been out in New York City for 2 years. So disclaimer, if you have not been paying attention to my content, I think you need to reassess why you are even at this channel or even watching any of my videos. So with that said, everyone seems to have this philosophy they have the answer to homelessness. If you have the answer to homelessness, why don't you have the answer to everyone else's homelessness? Why are you so focused on me? So last night, someone left some comments. I removed the comments because it defeats the reason why you don't watch it. You don't watch the content. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been preaching, I've been saying this for the longest time, and no one seems to understand or grasp the reality of what is taking place in New York City or anywhere. So for instance, someone left a comment that says, I'm not trying to be a prick, but why are you still in New York City? Let me answer that question for you. Since you want to be naive about why you're here and watching the channel. First and foremost, it took 1 year to establish New York City credentials. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do what I did. Spend a year trying to build up a reputation with the New York City Press Department. Mind you, we had to get credentials. That took a year. That means we had to cover the events. We had to upload those events onto the portal, the New York City Credentials Press portal, and them to verify if I was actually there or is this my word. It took a year. This is the second year. And everyone seems to have an answer to everything I'm doing. Really. So where were you 2 days ago or 3 days ago where my shoes were stolen? I made a video about it. I didn't ask anyone for no donations. I went out and got my own. So what answer do you have to the homelessness in New York City? What makes you think that New York City or anywhere else outside of New York City is even better than New York City? This whole country is going to shit. You got racist cops. You got cops beating on mothers with children. If you didn't see that, you got police officers punching a woman holding her baby. Wait, let me emphasize why some of your comments don't relate to me. Because you're not relating to the problems. You only want to get your questions answered because you think you have the answers to all the questions. You don't. So, ladies and gentlemen, as a documentarian, as a photographer, as someone that's the consultant, that someone has worked for 501c3s multiple times, worked for state agencies and a government agency, I emphasize this. When people say, why am I still in New York City? I want to ask them this question. Do you want to kind of host a foundation in a city where people recognize your work or recognize what you're doing? As I said before, at the very beginning of this conversation, it took a fucking year to get New York City to approve all of my work for that 2022 in order to get a press pass of the city. You can't do that in 60 days. You can't do that in 30 days. You can't do that in 90 days. You can't do that in 6 months. You have to present an archive of all the events in New York City in order to get credentials from the city of New York. I did this in Portland. I did this in San Francisco. It takes time. Why are you folks rushing me and rushing the system? This is why the system is broken. When folks like you rush everything, you think everything needs to be given to you quickly. Take your time and everything will come. And I don't think everyone in my audience have patience like I do. I don't think anyone in my audience has the patience. Because if you did have the patience, you will understand that making a foundation for yourself in a city that you do not belong in takes time. What is not what you don't get? Don't ask me what I'm doing in New York City. What are you doing in your city? What makes you think your location is better than New York City? Again, No location in the United States is safe. So what makes you think that I'm going to have ransom travel money? Wait. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. People in my audience seem to think that I'm just gonna pull out my ass $1,000 and just run across the goddamn continent like it's that easy for me. It was easy for me when I was wealthy, when I was rich, when I had money, when I had a savings account. But everyone thinks I just could pull out some cash ass. Yeah, I'm gonna call it cash ass out my ass and just fly back across California, go back to Vancouver, go back to Portland, go back to Seattle. No city in the United States is better than New York City. Stop believing that your city is safer. Stop believing that Arizona is the safest place for homeless individuals. I've been saying this for the longest time and no one wants to emphasize it. So let me emphasize it for you. Arizona State is now banning homelessness. Did you know they are? Florida is banning homelessness. Also banning black American history and books and culture. You got a dictator governor. You got a bunch of politicians in office, including Republicans, including the diplomats, or a bunch of idiots in this country, friend. I don't care what you say. They're all a bunch of idiots. They are not for you. They're not representing you. They only want to represent themselves for you is when they want to get reelected or do something the last minute to help you and fool you. But back to my original statement. What makes you think you have the answers to everything, everybody? I am so sick of reading comments of the same caliber. The same comments. We've been emphasizing this for the last, since 2021, of September, October. This is how long we've been here. And you guys are acting like you have the answer. You know everything there is to know about living on the streets of any city in North America. Okay then, I want to see you out here right now in front of my face, and I want to see you be out here for 30 days, not 3 days. Don't do what dumbass YouTubers do. Do these stupid social experiments. No. Be out here for 30, 60 days. Get a good feel of what you have to do in order to survive. Don't even touch your money. Just get a good feel that you gotta keep walking around here every single day, look for food, look for work, look for some structural balance. And you got the nerve to judge me and ask me that dumbass question, friend. It is a dumb question. Why am I in New York City? Wait, do you pay my bills? Do you pay for my ticket? You didn't. Are you really helping this photographer documentary? No, because there's been no donations whatsoever other than John. $5 here, $10 there. There's been no donation. So what support are you giving me? And this is not about donations. I don't care for it because I have stopped asking you for that main reason. Like I said, 2 days ago when my shoes got stolen, where were you? Yeah, I went out and got my own. I hustled for that 65 plus whatever shipping for my new shoes coming in today. Where were you, friend? This is why I don't understand people when they don't understand the whole dilemma of homelessness. Everyone thinks they have a solution or an answer to everything about what I'm doing, but you're not out here flexing that same question to everyone else. Why don't you ask everyone else that's homeless? Why are you still in that city? Why don't you move on? And let me ask you this question. What makes you think you can tell someone to move on? What makes you think you can tell an individual adult to move on when you don't have the right to say that? You don't have a right to tell me where I need to be or where I need to stay or what I need to do. I already know what I need to do. I'm a father. I've been married twice. I have more jobs than probably half of my audience ever had in a lifetime. I just don't understand that. Yeah, and I'm being very transparent and very cocky about my past life. Because you guys don't seem to fit. You guys fail to look at the past, previous life before I was homeless. You guys just don't look at that. You just want to make assumptions and determinations that, oh, you're soliciting, you're begging, as I said before, we didn't want to ask any of you for money or help at all in the very beginning. We wanted to do this on our own. But no, some of you guys pushed it like, oh, you should ask people. There are good people up there. They could help you. Just ask, and people will help. And then when people started to help, when I initially got noticed from invisible people, that's when all the bad shit started happening. Yeah, the haters, the discriminating, the discriminatory act against black individuals myself. Yes, there's been racist talks on this channel. There's been racist threats about me being homeless and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? And hear this out. Within the first 6 months of me being homeless, everybody, everyone was being an asshole. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. You should work for McDonald's. You should work for Burger King. I should work for $12 an hour when I was getting a salary pay. Or even that, when I was working a porch light, salary pay. You want me to work for pennies when I'm looking for a job that pays $17 and up. And you want me to work for 12 hours. In this city, that you cannot survive on $12 an hour on a part-time job, friends. It is not possible. It is no way in New York City history that you can survive on $12 on a part-time fast food job and still live on the streets in New York City. Or even in fact, most New Yorkers live with 4 roommates, which means that they can't even afford the rent themselves. Look at the average New Yorker in New York City. How many New Yorkers have roommates? 80% of New Yorkers have roommates. The other 20, rich, live on Billionaire Row or have their own houses. But most New Yorkers that are struggling from paycheck to paycheck, as you see walk across you in front of this camera, has roommates. Yes, girlfriends or roommates too. Yes, girlfriends or roommates. They pay the other half of the rent. So what makes you think you have a better solution to the houseless crisis problem in North America or in general, in the world? This is supposed to be the most dominant country in the world, and we have the most severe fucking homeless cases across the world. People every day are losing their homes every day, and you got the nerve to ask me why I'm still doing New York City, friends. Really? So let me see you pull out some ass cash. Yeah, cash ass or ass cash out your ass and buy me a ticket to, let's see, I want to go to Africa. How about that? I want to go back to Manori or Zambian. Yeah, just go back there and not deal with all this chaos. So again, ladies and gentlemen, why is the audience so fixated on telling other homeless people how to live? Just like yesterday, one of the comments said, "Oh, you can use baking soda and lime." Ladies and gentlemen, how many times I emphasize baking soda and lime on this channel when cleaning stains off your clothes? How many times I have said this? It's like someone is repeating what I'm saying in a previous video and trying to put that in a comment as if I'm not knowledgeable enough to know these things. I'm the one that is more educated than any other person you have met on YouTube that is houseless. I'm not trying to compare myself to anyone, but so far, what I've seen on YouTube is that, well, as I said before, if you're homeless, if you want to emphasize your own story, you have your phone. You have an Obama phone or your welfare phone or whatever phone. Tell your story. You don't need another YouTuber to tell your story. This is why I tell my own stories. And if I do tell my story, it's only with Mark and Invisible People. But ever since I've been on Invisible People, it's nothing but disagreement, disloyalty, confusion. You know why it's this? Do you understand why there is confusion? Because you guys don't look at my past history. You don't do your research. You don't do your homework. But I do my homework. I guarantee you, if you give me your full name, I can do a CCAP check. Yes, I'm entitled to do a CCAP check. You can't Google someone. I've been saying this. Google the Panda Photographer, all one word. You can find everything that you need to know about me. And this is why I don't understand why people are still leaving comments like, why are you still in New York? Why are you still in... Listen, folks, I'm just telling my story. I didn't ask you for a fucking dime. I got my own. Because you guys wanted me to stop asking for donations, so I stopped. I stopped the whole entire donation process. You act like you donate to this channel. You don't support, you don't turn on these lights, you don't keep the lights on, you don't pay for my phone bill. Let's be real about this, ladies and gentlemen. I've been paying my own phone bill and been struggling to pay it on my own for the last 3-4 months. And the last 3-4 months, I have not asked for anyone to do anything from it. Other than just watch the content, take it with a grain of salt, if you understand what that means. But it seems like if everyone doesn't want to take it with a grain of salt, everyone is insulted by my appearance of me being homeless in New York City. You don't own this city, you don't run this city, you definitely don't pay the taxes in this city. You're not the one that got robbed several times in the city. So why are you stressing, why are you overstretching yourself about me? Stop stressing yourself over about me. And that's the problem. People don't know how to give people the privacy. But I'm being transparent on this channel. If I say something to you, you take it with a grain of salt and take it with professionalism, because it is the real world. It is not fake. Everything I've been telling you is facts. So again, why are you asking me if I'm in New York City? No other place in the United States is better. Wisconsin's no better, even though it's a fun place, it's no better. Arizona, everyone keeps pushing Arizona, like, really? You want me to go to a hot-ass state that is banning homelessness? All right, I don't think you are listening to the governor in the cities in Phoenix, Arizona. I guarantee it. You guys are not listening. You guys don't watch or pay attention or read. How many times, let me ask you this question, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you read books on a daily? How many of you read articles on a daily? Because I read constantly on a daily. I read all the time. This is why education never stops when you're done with college. Whoever told you that education stops after you're done with college is an idiot. Education doesn't stop. It continues even after it. So I ask you this question. Why are you stressing about why I'm still in New York City? You didn't pay my ticket to get here. I did. No one paid my ticket to go to Boston either. I did. No one came and paid my ticket from Boston to New York. I did. No one did. Until Lord Brian in October 21 was like, just ask people. Just ask people for help. Nah, people are just not very helpful. And I said that to Lord Brian. And Lord Brian would testify to this conversation. Actually, I should post this conversation. Because it literally emphasized why I didn't want to ask my audience for anything. Because as soon as you ask one person, there's two other people behind that one person that's going to discriminate against you giving that money to that person. That is just reality. That is just a fact. There's always going to be hate, and there's always going to be someone that's going to dislike. There's always going to be someone that's going to disapprove of everything and anything that anyone does in their life. This is why I don't understand, why are people so stressed out about what other people do in their life? It's not your business unless they wanted it to be your business. And this is why I'm telling you, in transparency, you should show me all fucking respect. I'm the one out here showing you content and being very transparent about my life now. There's no one else doing that shit other than Jake McCollum, but he's in Texas. He's another homeless YouTuber living out his car, going from job to job. Look at his channel. He went from job to job because the jobs are not treating people right. The people are not being paid right. The people are being disrespected on the job, especially Amazon. You guys don't get it. You want to work for the fucking douchebag when the douchebag can't respect you. And as I said before in this channel, ladies and gentlemen, if your employer doesn't value your work or your time, then your employer and HR doesn't value you at all. Every single employer should value all their employees, including Amazon. But Amazon doesn't do that. Look how many jobs Jake went through. Within the year, several jobs. He went through 5-6 jobs within 1 year, everybody. And thinking about going back west. And I'm saying to myself, why would he want to go back to California? It's a shithole. LA is a mess. Did you guys see Skid Row today? Right before you enter LA, there's the main road. If anyone been in LA, raise your hands. Leave your comments down in the, leave your thoughts in the, if you've been in LA, write in the comments. So you guys know that main stretch road that leads you to the Greyhound, right? Off the, what is that, highway, what is that? Is that Highway 5 or Highway? Anyway, that stretch of road, that's not even Skid Row. That's not even Skid Row. That stretch of road is all homeless tents. That wasn't there 2 years ago. That wasn't there during the pandemic. That wasn't there in 2019 or 2018. Skid Row was considered being around Skid Row and downtown fashion district. That was all the homeless. Now the homeless in LA has spread so worldwide that it's getting out of control. Did you know that California spends $77 million a year to do sweeps when they can spend $77 million to house people off the streets? That doesn't make sense. Take that money and spend it on affordable housing. But no. Everyone thinks they have the answer to fucking everything that I do on this channel. You guys are not documentarians. You guys are not journalism. You guys are not researchers. You guys are just an audience that are just viewing someone's content, and you're supposed to take it with a grain of salt. But no one's taking it with a grain of salt. Everyone's being pricks about it. And let me emphasize this. Let me correct myself. Half the audience, 30% of the audience are being pricks. The 30% of the other audience is just being haters. The other percent of 30% are just unsure if this is a real thing. And the other 10% are just being nice. 10% being nice when it should be 50% being nice and 50% being, well, maybe I can give you a job or help you. But no. This guy in Alaska, mind you, 3 months ago, remember that, everybody? I made a video about this douchebag. Tried to do the exact same thing. Why are you in New York City? And he says, oh, I can give you a job all the way in Alaska, friends. I don't know this person from the grain of salt. Offer me a job. Mind you, I've been to Alaska twice. Not somewhere you want to go unless you have a permanent job up there, friends. You don't take a job or take someone's word saying they have a job for you. They pay you to come up there. And I asked this person, then send me a link to LinkedIn for the job. This person refused to do that. I said, if you are refusing to link me to the job that you're trying to get me hired in Alaska, then it defeats the purpose of you helping me, because it seems like you just either have two agendas. One, you're just being you want me to work for a job of your choosing that pays less, or you're just fucking with me, friend. And I just want everyone to know, if you remember that what happened 90 days ago, this asshole keeps coming back to this channel trying to say, I try to offer you a job in Alaska. No, you did not, friend. I asked you, and I showed this to my audience, the chat. Send me the link to my LinkedIn account. I have a fucking professional LinkedIn account. You can see all my jobs that I had in the past. This is why don't talk shit if you don't know who I am or you haven't done the research. Go to my LinkedIn. Yes, LinkedIn. Go to my LinkedIn account. It's that easy. You can see all the jobs. So when I asked this person to send me the link, he just refused to send me the link. Either you were a pedophile or you were a fucking guy that wanted to, yeah, there are strange, hear me out, ladies and gentlemen, there are strange people in the world that would do the dumbest things to kill or harm or hurt someone. Look at this guy in Long Island. New York City had a serial killer on the loose, the Go-Go Beach murders, right? Here in New York City. This guy has been walking around among New Yorkers for the longest. He's been drinking with people, he's been sitting next to people, he's been chatting with people. This is why this guy from Alaska could be this guy, the Go-Go Beach killer. Why would I take a risk with this guy that's not giving me no information on this job whatsoever? No information. Not a link, not a phone number. But he keeps emphasizing in the comments, oh, blah, 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 blah. Dude, suck my motherfucking dick with your fake ass want to seduce or murder or I don't know what this guy's agenda is, ladies and gentlemen, but this guy had bad intentions. He could have been a serial killer for all we know. For all we know, I could have been the dumbest, wait, listen to me. I could have been the dumbest homeless person. Then, yeah, I take that job. I go ahead, you'll never see me again. And then later on, in the future, oh, dead body somewhere. Oh, and like, oh, my Panda went, that's the Panda photographer. Oh, he went to Alaska for a job. Too late, see? See? You see what I'm saying, everybody? You have to be cautious, you gotta be vigilant, you have to be observant of what you do, and how you do it, and where you are. I'm more observant than most New Yorkers right now, friend. I pay attention to every single detail. Right now, I even look behind me every 10 seconds because you don't know when people are going to do dumb shit in New York City. Crime is up because of summer. Keep this in mind. Crime is up because it's beautiful out, it's summer, it's hot. There's been more crime in the subway than there's ever been before. Crime is back up again, like last summer. Street crime is back up. Police brutality is up 44% compared to last year. And you guys want me to just travel to any state, anywhere? You just want me to start over. You understand what that means, right? You want me to start over. You want me to just leave New York and start over. After all the work I have done here, you want me to start over. I have to start from scratch one again? To set up a new foundation in a new city? So I ask you this, why are you stressing about what I'm doing when you should be worrying about why I'm doing it? Am I doing it for a cause? Am I doing it for money? No. Am I doing this for money? No. I'm doing this to tell my story. I've been saying this for the longest time. I don't care about donations. This is about my life, not about your life. This is about my life. This is about what happens to an individual that's educated, black, and in solidarity with everyone. And you guys are coming down and jumping down my throat as if I did something to you. I didn't do anything to you. I don't know you. But I guarantee you this, half of you got free fucking camera gear from me during the pandemic. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, let's talk about that. Half of you got free gear. Remember, I was at the North Portland Hostel, giving away free food, putting people in the hostel with my savings account. Yeah, go look at those videos. Yeah, you're not looking at those videos. Please go look at those videos. I was helping people like you trying to survive through the pandemic. And now, when I ask for the help, it's like, nope, nah, go find a job. We had a job. We were not only discriminated, we were harassed. We had ICE called. We were stalked. We had to resign because people were being very violent. Follow me. Yeah, employees from Porchlight were following me home, where I had to move twice. Yeah, go watch those videos. I made videos about that. Go watch those videos, and then say something to me now. Like, wow, you've been through all of that. Dude, that one agency. It's not the only agency that's discriminating against me, friend. This is America. America discriminates against everyone. White, black, Asian, doesn't matter. If you ain't rich, you ain't a politician, you don't have power, you don't have any lean say, you're not a corporation, you're nothing to America, friend. This is why I'm emphasizing to Americans, you are nothing to your fucking government. You're just a piece of paper, piece of loot, piece of cash to give this country more money while you suffer and give them money and pay more taxes at your ass. And you're worrying about me. You should probably be worrying about what your government is doing right now, friends. You should worry about what is going on in office. Are people going to see any significant changes in the future when it comes down to fair housing, fair employment, fair wages, fair opportunity? But everyone wants to focus on me, friend. That's fine. But don't focus on me and then pull out your negativity. I'm the one being transparent. So if I were you, audience, take it with a grain of salt. Read that in a dictionary, friend. What does it say? Take it with a grain of salt in a dictionary. What does that mean? What's the definition of that? Because it seems like some of you don't know the definition of it. You act like you own this channel. You don't own the channel. You don't keep the lights on. I do. I have to sell shit. I have to do things that I don't want to do in order to keep the lights on. I don't get paid by YouTube. YouTube doesn't pay the bills. Every time I monetize, every time I go live, YouTube always wants to demonetize the video. And let them demonetize the video. I don't care. I'm Michael Jackson. I'm doing the fucking 900 spin on YouTube. Ah, I don't care. I'm grabbing my crotch like Michael Jackson. Hee hee. Don't care, YouTube. I don't care about making money. All I care about is people understanding that there are good people out here trying to survive and showing their lives and transparency, where there are people out here are on this channel that come to this channel that says, you're wasting my time, I'm wasting your time. No, you're wasting my time by you watching my video. I'm not wasting your time. You're wasting your own time. You're the one that clicked on the video. You came to the platform to watch a video. You clicked on the video out of curiosity, and now you're telling me I'm wasting your time? Dude, I think you and ma'am, and dude, need to get your shit and your priorities correct. I'm wasting your time. You clicked on YouTube. You typed in your search on Google, Opera, whatever browser you use, Safari, you typed in youtube.com. And then you start going to YouTube videos. And you click mines, and you see in the comments, I'm wasting your time. This is a waste of time. Really? I'm wasting your time? No, you're wasting my time. Because your time ain't shit. Because if you say that, then you ain't shit. You ain't shit, friend. That means you're not in solidarity with people. How the fuck dare you say I'm wasting your time? You clicked on the fucking YouTube link. You clicked on the video to watch in curiosity. No, you're wasting my time. I don't care for the negative feedback. Just understand what you're doing is, you're a hypocrite. Let's put it that way. You're a hypocrite. You're a fucking hypocrite when you're talking about, oh, you're wasting my time on the YouTube videos. You talk nonsense. No. Come out here, as I said earlier, about 10 minutes ago. Come out here. Spend 60, 30 days out here. And then tell me how you feel about being homeless. Please tell me. Until then, shut the fuck up. And I'm not meaning that in a disrespectful way. I mean shut up. Because you don't have a good idea what homeless men, women, and children have to go out here through this bullshit in New York City. You don't have a good idea. Don't let the media persuade you like, oh, we have services. No. How many times we have caught homeless services doing something unethical in the city when they're supposed to be doing their job? We had, what is it called? Ground control, whatever it's called, outreach services was at this bar 2-3 weeks ago, drinking on the job. I emphasized that video. Everyone was like, well, why can't they have lunch? If you look at the 501c policies, when you're driving a 501c or company car, you're not supposed to be in a vehicle of theirs taking your free time to drink on the job. When they're supposed, guys, this is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Your job is to assess, to evaluate homeless individuals. Your job is to assess and evaluate homeless individuals on the streets during the day, not at a bar at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, friends. I used to do that kind of work, friend. I know the policies. This is what I'm telling you, like, guys, in New York City, I guarantee if any New York City official sees that video, they're going to question, why were you at that bar at this time of day when you're supposed to do outreach work? 2 o'clock, and you're at the bar. All right, friends. Yeah, they're at this bar right across the street. If you didn't see that video, tell me if I'm wrong or not. Mind you, I used to do what they do. I mean, I used to do what they are doing now. In Portland, Seattle, Calgary, Winnipeg, and Wisconsin, friend. Come on. I have my website that emphasizes everything I'm saying to you. Go to my website right now. Go to the bottom page. You see me. I've been awarded Film of the Year in 2016 and 2017, 18. In 2019, we went to another film festival in Japantown in San Jose. Yeah, all that is on my website, everybody. Emphasizing the reality of homelessness. Yeah, go check out my documentaries sometimes. You should go watch those, Right to Dream. Yeah, go watch that, friend. I literally uploaded a video, archive of it on YouTube. Go watch it. It is a 40-minute long documentary about homelessness in Portland. There's also Dignity Village in Seattle. Go check that out, friends. If you guys don't know what Dignity Village is, it was where Ibrahim invited me to a different camp to another state to check it out as a documentarian. He wanted me to take a look at it. He wanted me to stay in the camp, and that's what I did. I stayed at that camp for 2 weeks to get an understanding of what was going on. And this is why, and let me explain something. You see this guy right here cleaning? So, this is New York City. You see all this trash in this area, ladies and gentlemen? You see all this trash? You see all this fucking trash? They never cleaned this area in front of June Shine. They never cleaned this area. Why? Now, this gentleman works for the city, or he's doing probation work. You're supposed to clean up this area. So, New York City, this is why you have people that have jobs but don't want to do it. He's just been standing there. Guys, I know you have been seeing him. He's been standing in the same spot for 5 minutes, sweeping the same spot. When you have all of this shit to clean, my friend. Look at all this shit. Look at all this. Look what's underneath there. So, when I told the city a few days ago, you should give people jobs. You should give people jobs and people stop doing that. The street is closed between 8 and 7 p.m. every day. People don't want to do their work. People don't want to do the job. Look, he's sweeping the same spot. Look what he's doing. Let's just focus. Hold on. Why is it not? Wow, that's pretty blurry. That's pretty blurry. Yeah, that's pretty blurry. This guy is just... Dude, clean this whole area, friend. Just don't clean the front of the fucking bar. That's so idiotic. This is a neighborhood. This is why, you know what? Let the city give me a broom and sweep. I sweep around here, friend. I do it for free. This just makes no sense. Guys, I sit here sometimes and do research to look for jobs, media jobs, or I call the agencies, see they need any extra work or any extra men they can use. And this is one of my spots where because it's right near the train station. So if I need to get on the train, boom, I'm right here. This neighborhood, this area here never gets cleaned, friend. Never gets cleaned. And you have people like him that work for the city that's been told to clean this area, but he doesn't clean. Look what he's doing. He's just sweeping the same spot. He's pretending to clean. Oh, my panda. He's pretending to clean. No, I'm not trying to rant on him. I'm not trying to get... Listen, friends. If you want to show good faith and solidarity, see, this is why I'm trying to educate you all. In solidarity, you're supposed to let people know, yeah, I'm cleaning the neighborhood. And see, when people see you clean the neighborhood, they're like, it's about time they clean this shit. Like even down the street here, it's filthy, but they only want to clean certain spots. I feel like that's kind of biased towards Juneshine and other businesses around here. If they only clean in certain areas, I feel that that's got to be a city violation. That's a city sanitation violation, actually. Yes, that is a sanitation city violation. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm making this video because last night comments were flowing as if everyone's entitled to tell a 42-year-old man what to do and where to be. You don't have any authority to tell me what to do and where I need to be. You didn't pay my way here. You're not helping me survive. You're not giving me the opportunity to survive. And you're definitely not helping me when you show that negative comment or negative behavior saying, why am I still in New York City? What do you mean? This is why people don't understand structure. How are you supposed to set up a foundation? How are you supposed to set up a foundation in a city if you can't stay put? You guys kept saying that, you guys kept saying this shit a while back ago. You move around too much. Why don't you stay put? Remember that everybody was in Boston? You guys kept saying that you move around too much. Why don't you stay put? Why don't I stay put? And now when I stay put, it's a problem. See, like I said, everyone, earlier, like I said, some of you guys are a bunch of hypocrites. You say one thing, but you act on another. I don't understand that. You say one thing, but you act on another. Come on, friend. That doesn't make sense. Why are you asking me to get out of New York when you told me before I need to stay put and stay in one place? And now when I stay in one place, it's a problem. Really, you guys are really comical. And that's why I laugh at you. Because you guys don't make sense. You guys talking about all this, wait, first and foremost, you guys preach. Don't preach to me, friend. I've been around the world enough to know I don't like preaching. And I don't like when people preach bullshit. Like that guy from Alaska. I've been to Juneau twice. I told him that. Been to Juneau twice. One time for a photography wedding, one time just for fun and friend. I met him in Wisconsin. So, emphasize this, ladies and gentlemen. Why are you so intrigued? You're not intrigued. Why are you so inclined to tell me how to run my life? What gives you authority, friends? I don't get it. You guys asked me to stay put, so I stay put. And now I'm staying put in New York City. It's a problem? So make up your mind. You want me to go somewhere else or you want me to stay put? Because obviously, I think you're the one that's pretty much confused about why you're here and watching this video. So take it with a grain of salt. You all told me, why don't you just stay in one place instead of moving around so much? Remember, this was in 2021. We were DC, Chicago, Boston, New Hampshire. You guys kept saying, oh, you're wasting money. Why don't you stay put? Okay, then I go back to New York, stay put, sets foundations. It's going to take a while. And then we do that in the first year. We accomplished that. Wait. Hear me out, everybody. We did what most cannot do within a year. I set up foundation in New York City with the New York City Press Credentials Office, with the NYPD. It took me 1 year. How many people can say, what? This is why when we went to the Japanese festival in Central Park, and I met up with Doug from NBC, he was one of the camera, he said, how did you get that? How did I get a New York City press pass when I don't even live here or I'm not even a resident? I did what New York City and NYPD told me to do. I worked my ass off and did, guys, if you don't watch any of my 2021 or not 2021, if you guys don't watch any of my 2022 videos, that's when it started, mind you, in October 2021, this is where we got our passports, both passports stolen, remember? Both passports were stolen. We couldn't do shit for the winter. Remember that? Well, after that, we set a foundation. It took not even a year. It took less than a year. It took, 9 months? Because remember, we were on Invisible People in April. We got our passports back in May. Yes, we got our passports back in May of 2022. Both, right? Then we started doing live streams, walking around the city for you guys, doing tours for you guys, doing events for you guys, doing all the stuff for you guys. But it was for New York City. All those 4th of July events, Thanksgiving, the Israeli parade, all those parades were not for you. They were for New York City NYPD's Credential Press Office to get this. So, why are you stressing over me, friends? It took me less than 9 months to get it. Wait, think about it. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. December is where we got it. That was what? That's 9 months, friend. It took me 9 months. I did something that most people were pissed off in New York City about. I talked about this already. There were YouTubers and there were other photographers that was like, how did you get a press pass? You don't live here. You're not even a resident, friend. Haters. And this is what I was telling these photographers. Why are you hating on me, friend? We are in the same boat, same community, and same structure. We're supposed to be in solidarity with each other. Why are you hating on another photographer? This is why I was telling photographers in New York City, some of you guys are a piece of shit. You hate on another photographer for grinding and doing what they're supposed to do in order to maintain foundation and a name for themselves in the city. What? Yeah, go back in those videos, everybody. Why don't you criticize those photographers in New York that were criticizing me? You don't deserve to have that media pass. This is what I pointed out about Action Kid. When he got his media pass, I was like, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, if you watch that 2021's Thanksgiving, he wasn't being very transparent and honest about that. How he got that media pass. No NYPD officer comes up to you and just hands you a media pass and says you're good to go behind the line and have your picture and your name on it. That's no. You have to physically get a background check, a criminal background check, by the way. You physically have to go down there to the office. Yes. If you don't know where the office is, it's at the NYPD headquarters, right there next to Brooklyn Bridge. It's right there in front of City Hall. You go to the, 7th floor? The 7th or 5th floor? You wait about 15 minutes, you take a picture. They said, please show us 2 identifications. I showed them both passports. They're like, oh, so you are the Panda Photographer. We've been expecting you. Okay, sit there, we'll be right with you. They were expecting me. Because they saw all the good work that I did for 2022. And the lady behind the counter said, you did better work than most of these YouTubers. You captured the emphasis of these parades and you caught photographs. That's what we also want. We want photographs, articles, and that's what I wrote. I did the article, the video, and the photos for every single New York City event in New York City. And you guys have got the nerve to get on my ass about what I'm doing? When you got other homeless fucking pricks out here robbing, taking other homeless people's shoes? Seriously, friend? Are you that naive? With that said, everyone, the next video that I make, I don't want to hear in the comments why I'm still in New York and blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear that, friends. I really don't. It took me 9 months to set up foundation in New York City. And this, mind you, we just got the pass December. That was what, 5-6 months ago? 7 months ago. Wait, yeah. Before Christmas. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July. We only had the pass for fucking 7 months, friend. This pass lasts me for 2025. And as I said before, I want you guys to understand there were a lot of photographers that disagree with New York City's press credentials office, keep laughing, friend, about a lot of shit. Like, why did the Panda Photographer receive a press pass? He don't live here. You see that discrimination there? You guys have no idea you guys don't have no idea what is going on in this country, friend. You live in this country, you don't have an idea what's going on in your own country, friend. Discrimination happens everywhere and anywhere and any time, friend. So before you judge me, and before you ask questions again, ask yourself this. What are you doing to make your life better, your wife's life better, or your family's life better? Or what are you doing to make anyone else's life better? As I said, ladies and gentlemen, the day when you come out here and you spend 60 days out here on the streets and you documenting yourself, then that's the day you can say whatever you want. I lived the homeless life for 60 days. It was hard, it was rough. But until then, don't say anything, friends. You have no right to say anything. You do not know what is going on out here. Homelessness behavior and between the states are different. Homeless people act different in Chicago. Some people act different in Philadelphia, especially in Philadelphia. People act different. People act different in homelessness in Boston. Look at Skid Row. We talked about Skid Row. Skid Row has extended. And you folks are judging me? All right, friends. I think you should judge yourself, friend. All of you should judge yourselves. Because as I said before, where were you 2 days ago when some idiot or someone was trying to be a smartass and took my shoes as I slept? But we financially got our own. Mind you that,
We did it at home. I didn't come on YouTube and say, hey guys, I need donation money for some shoes. Nope, I just told you guys my story, what happened, and then I ended the video after maybe like 20 minutes just to emphasize why New York City is to be concerned of. People do anything and anything just to be stupid. But I didn't ask you guys for anything. But guess what? On the exact same fucking day, I hustled my ass and got my boots. Or my shoes, my new ones, they're coming in today in the mail. So, if you want to really criticize me about me being out here, then criticize the fact that why did I come out here in the first place? Because you guys told me to. Why don't you go to New York? Remember, we were in San Francisco. Why don't you go to New York? It'd probably be a better life. No, New York would probably not be a better life. I told you guys from the very beginning. I said, I'd rather go to Boston first. That's what we did. Well, technically, we came to New York, stayed at the HI Hostel in 2021, which was totally bad. And HI now realized that video went viral. Oh yeah, that YouTube video that I did about the hostel, HI Hostel, is now going viral. Now HI is apologizing. Yeah, HI Hostel organization is now apologizing to me. They now just saw the video from 2021 when they had no working water faucets in the hostel. There was no way to cook meals in the hostel. They waited into what? July of they waited till July to kind of half open the kitchen. So we went to Boston. And I told people in Boston, yeah, you don't want to stay in New York hostel. They overpricing. $88 for a 10-bedroom dormitory. Squeeze in a tiny room where I can spend less than that at another international hostel called New York City More Hostel and get way better, more accessories. Not only that, a full kitchen, free coffee, tea, that's a plus for travelers like me. Yeah, free coffee and tea is a plus. There's no free breakfast. But there are some hostels that do have free breakfast. Keep that in mind. But here's the best part. At the HI Hostel, no one at HI Hostel, at New York HI Hostel, is entitled to take other people's food. What they do is they just throw it away. Yeah, HI Hostel throws away people's food that they leave behind after their stays are done, even though it's free, right? But at the New York City More Hostel, people will say, hey, I got some food in the refrigerator. It's open to anyone if they want it. I don't want to waste food. This is why, do your research, everybody. As someone that travels a lot, I stay at hostels. I don't stay at hotels because they're overpriced. Right now, hotels are about $160 in New York City. When I can spend about, right now, probably $62 on a four dormitory mixed dorm room with male and female and have a better experience. And mind you, have my shower in my room instead of walking out my room to go to the shower at HI New York City. If you ever stayed at the HI Hostel in New York City, it is now disgusting, friends. They took an 8 dormitory room and made it into a 10 dormitory room. They took a 10 dormitory room, made it into a 12 dormitory room. That means more space, that means less space, more tight squeeze. And then they try to, this is how HI New York City tries to con you. If you don't have room to store your luggage, you got to pay them $10. You got to pay them $10 a day to store your luggage in their personal storage room. Isn't that a con? Isn't that bullshit right there, friends? You gotta pay them $10 a day to store. No, that's $10 per luggage. Sorry, $10 per luggage. So let's say you bring 4 suitcases full of luggage. You gotta give them $40 a day because the lockers do not fit in average size luggage cases. They don't. They fit tiny, skinny duffel bags, like a backpack that you put in your backpack, like this guy on the bike. a backpack like that can fit in those closets. This is where HI New York tries to con you. But if you go to the Boston location, they don't ask you if you want to store it in our room for this amount of money. They say there's plenty of room in the dormitories to put your luggage in. There's a case, a big ass box for each person to put their luggage in. And that's free. So don't talk about me and why I'm out here on the streets, ladies and gentlemen. Because HI hostels in New York City or HI hostel, mind you, before that HI hostel was there on 103rd in Amsterdam, HI used to be in Tribeca, Chelsea, and Soho. They put all three hostels together into that one building 12 years ago. Yeah, they bought that building 12 years ago. About 12, 14 years ago. And now, the reason why they increased the price is because the mortgage and the rent on that place used to be, mind you, that's a historical school. That school's been there since 1846. Yeah, that school has been there since 1846, friend. The city took it over, and the city had used it for many other things. And then HI brought the building from the city, or kind of rented it from the city, and then they brought it out, and now they have a big bill. So they do whatever they can to increase the prices, which they don't have to increase the prices. What they need to do is hire people that are bilingual. As I said, if you didn't watch the HI video that I did in 2021, I had to speak Korean to a Korean girl, and my Korean is not that good. They couldn't understand. They was like, oh, on the front desk, no Espanol. You expect a Korean woman to learn Espanol when she's trying to, she's selling in Korean. She don't understand why you increased the price. Yeah, they increased the price on her because she was a day late because her flight was delayed, whatever, and she was charged for the night. And yeah, that's the thing about HI. But in New York City hostel, in NY More hostel, if you have a flight problem and you're still on your way, right? Did you know the hostel will to fix the reservation, they will fix it, like they will notify Hostel or whatever, how you booked it, like this person had a flight problem, wasn't expecting to be a day late, or like 12 hours a day late, whatever, they will fix it. This is why I like going there sometimes, to stay. But no. Everybody wants to nitpick about what I'm doing in New York City. That's the foundation, friend. You should try to do it yourself, friend. But as I said, everyone, no one wants to stay at the HI hostel. And now the video is going viral that like, everyone's like, oh wow. And people that commented on that video that stayed there was like, oh, it was terrible visit. You were right not to stay there. This guy left a comment, said he was in the line waiting for check-in for over 2 hours. Mind you, he got there at 3, check-in's at 3. Why is he checking in at 5:30 in the afternoon when he's been there since like 2 o'clock? Check out that video, everybody. You're going to read the comments. You're going to be like, wow. Yo, that video is, it's going viral now. And HR now apologize? No, you should apologize in 2021. When I told you guys, when I was a member, this is unethical. Where is the clean drinking water? Why can't we use the kitchen? Pandemic rules. That was silly. Pandemic rules. Like, really? A person can't use the kitchen one at a time? Or this, mind you, there's 4 separate areas where there's enough space where people can cook and separate themselves. Like I said, everyone, my videos are now coming to light. Yeah, there's a lot of videos I document on businesses and structural behavior in New York City. Now it's coming to light. So, as I said, everyone, I'm just trying to give you a story. I'm trying to provide context. Because these videos are going to show, like I said, these videos are going to give people or open reminder what New York really is about. Everyone thinks New York City is, it's just a lot. No, friends. This city is just as worse as any other city, friend. It's no perfect in any other city. It is much more difficult to live in this city. You got 12 million people living in the city, friend. There's not enough housing.